Khan. Shalom, shalom. This is Officer Marakata, the Bunyan Yasharala and the Masharai Yasharala. I am well. All right. I beat, matter of fact, Yahweh beat the plague for me. I just saw the physician. I just want to say shout out to the brother Patrick Delves, all right, for laying out herbs and spices for us to put together. The water to the Most High for putting them there for us for our use. All right. So, but with the help of the brother Patrick Delves, man, we in this household we learned a lot from the brother and from Dr. Sebi and how to heal the body from the inside out. And I just, what I'm saying, hey, I did it with mostly herbs. I didn't do it with no medicine, except a little bit of cough once in a while, blue moon, before I went to bed. But throughout the day, I didn't use them. You know what I mean? But hey, the water for the brothers for being there for me, and the bond and everybody. You know what I'm saying, and all the prayers and that I got. You know what I'm saying, from y'all to have a speedy recovery. The water to y'all, and you know what I'm saying, to the following, to Israel, all of Israel that prayed for me. The water, the bond is healthy now. I'm healthy. All right, both of the brothers healthy, and we healthy over here. All right, so the water to y'all. So what we're gonna do is, you got the prayers. We need the prayers and incense, and then we'll start these prayers, man. Yeah, shalom, y'all, man. Hey, it's been a good one. Tell you that now. Man, Israel, y'all gotta stop being so damn simple. Okay? Y'all gotta stop being simple, man. It's insane how simple y'all can be sometimes. Some of these questions and answers and on Facebook. You got women. You can only teach the young men up to the age of 20. Okay? So if you got men on your Facebook page answering you questions and they're not 19 and under, you're off. That's all I'm saying. Going off. And if they're not your children, you're off. All right? If you so happen to have another woman's young man ask you some questions, man, y'all need it. Every woman wants to be a prophetess. That's because they want our job. They're pushing feminism, and they're not understanding that they're pushing feminism. It is feminism. They think they can do our job better than we can do it. The hell out of here. If that's the point, the Most High would have allowed you to do it. It'd have been women doing the tabernacle.
Us chilling.
Yeah, it'd have been the women doing the tabernacle. It'd have been the women doing the priest office. All right. Only when we went off, they was allowed. But according to them, we off. Anyway, we off. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing they can say.
In the world and out the world.
Yeah. That's the only thing they can say for them to do what they do. Because y'all off. We looking at it right and y'all off. You got it? Can I have it? You should have did it before we started.
Instead of looking at food. Wicked. Just wicked.
Man, we need a new book. That's the thing. Hey, brothers and sisters gonna be asked. Hey, why wasn't y'all paying attention during the Sabbath service? Oh, we was looking at a breakdown for John 3:16 and stuff like that. We was looking for a breakdown for the Bashir. Be laughing, bro. I'm trying to say. There'll be like on a Saturday, there'll be so many Sabbath service be on. A lot of brothers do Sabbath service. A lot of brothers. A lot of brothers don't have more of a following of 200 followers every Sabbath. Guarantee you. Don't. Not even a big camp does not have a good following for Sabbath service. The only time you'll have a good following is a video on the highways and byways, or somebody's doing a breakdown for uh, uh, uh,
Galatians 28.
Yes, it'd be thousands of people. It'd be thousands of people, bro. Not on a Shabbat service. No. Everybody's looking for the big breakdown.
That's too holy.
It's looking for the big breakdown. Man, I'd be like, y'all niggas are simple. They be that simple, man. Excuse me. Brothers and sisters, be simple, man. You're about to get judged about this. You're going to get judged. Okay. They're going to ask you, Yahweh Shai going to ask him, hey, why do we atone? I don't know. It's just, it wasn't done all the time, bro. We went through the whole thing. We done read the law. Since I've been in the truth, we done read the law at least 4 or 5 times, I believe. I believe so. 4 or 5 times we read the law. Every Sabbath, we would do the Shabbat service and we would read the law and go through the prophets and then go through the gospel. We'll have about 5 people on here. Every time, people will come in and they'll jump out. They just do, because you've been be dumb as hell just to see us talk shit to everybody. They'll watch that. They'll watch it. It is funny, but you need to pay attention to the law, man. That's right. You need to attend during Sabbath service. That's because everybody got it as a breakdown thing. It's only a breakdown thing, bro. It's only doctrine. It's only doctrinal. That's why a lot of people get cut when it comes to the Sabbath, when it comes to the new moon, when it comes to are we doing the Friday night to Saturday night service versus the lunar moon? You don't see that being debated. People run from it all the time. They run from it. They will go on with their brothers and break down why the lunar moon is the moon to follow, but they would never debate anybody on it. You got an elder right now. An elder put $500 down that he would prove anybody wrong with the lunar moon.
About the lunar moon.
And nobody has still taken the money to this day. And that was last year. And he still puts it out there. I got $500 right now to say I will prove the lunar moon wrong. And nobody's jumped on it. I would have took the $500. I would have took it.
Yeah, you created the moon in the 4th month. In the 4th day.
I would have took it just to be like, okay, I'm gonna try to take this $500 and prove this brother wrong. I'm gonna try to take it, but why haven't they took it yet? Why is brothers dropping the mic and leaving? Because you're wrong. People only take debates and things that they know they can beat people on. They don't take debates they know they're not right on.
Right.
And that's what I notice about everybody. Because if you can prove it right, take the damn $500, man. I know you really don't need it, but damn, take the $500. Take it. It's sitting right there on the table. Take it. I need $500, but I know what I'm following is right. Hey, I may not be the best person to prove it, but I got a brother over here that got $500 says he can prove it. They gotta start reading the law, man. They gotta start following the Sabbath service and doing the Sabbath service, and every Sabbath do the Sabbath service. Prophets always did that. Even in the New Testament, they did the Sabbath service. So when brothers start getting judged on the stuff they don't know in Judgment Day, that's your ass. That's your ass, man. Because you want to be a doctrine Israelite. All you see is brothers on the highways, on these videos, highways and byways, is doctrinal. It's doctrinal. Never asking people, okay, cool. Why did you miss the Day of Atonement? Can you explain the Day of Atonement to me? No. See? You want to be forgiven? Those are questions that you ask people on the highways and byways. Things pertaining to the law. Then you can go into doctrinal things. You really can. You can go to the book of Isaiah, right? Well, before you go to John 3:16 to show them John 3:16 breakdown is already in Isaiah. And then say, hold on, but then who is Isaiah? And they'll be like, well, Isaiah is just Isaiah. He was a prophet. But no, Isaiah is John. You can go to Matthew 11 and 10 and show them that Christ said that Isaiah is John.
Right. That's facts.
And then they'd be like, what? See, Isaiah broke it down first when he was Isaiah. Now when he's John, he's saying the same thing, but don't know he was Isaiah. Then you can go to the law and show it's already said right here too. Because if you can go to the law and show them first, then go to the prophets, then go to the gospel, you got it. But people can't go to the law. They can't go to the law, bro. They can go to the prophets in the New Testament. But a lot of people cannot go to the law first. They can't do it.
Most people can't even go to the prophets. You know what I mean? A lot of people can't go to the prophets
because they doctrine based.
Yeah, they doctrine based New Testament and don't even know that they New Testament.
All right, man. Let's get these prayers up real quick. All right, this is the Abanaba. It's in the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 9 to 15. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shukah, Yahweh, Malakah, Daba'a, Hayah, Aisha, Baratazah, Kahaya, Bashemayim, Nathanyanawa, Lakum, Call your womb, Basalakinawa, Kabawatinawa, Kasalakinawa, Kabawatinawa, Wala'a, Wiyinawa, Benesai Wom, Abo, Awashayinawa, Warad, Kaya, Lakah, Hamalakwa, Wa'ala, Watapara, Walai Alamium, Aman, Bahashim, Yahushua, Mashiach, Aman, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, here on earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. Bahasham, Yahushua, Hamashiach, Amen. Or whatever's next in order, please.
So, Psalm 22, Psalm for Shabbat day. Alright. This is Ashariah, Psalm chapter 84, verse 4, 144, verse 15, 145, 115, 15. Blessed are they that dwell in the house, they'll still be praising thee, say loud. Happy is that people that is in such a case, yea. Happy is that people that Allah is Yahweh. I will extol thee, my Allah, O King, I will bless thy name forever and ever. Every day will I bless thee, and I will praise thy name forever and ever. Great is Yahweh, and great is praise, and his greatness is unsearchable. One generation shall praise thy works to another, and shall declare thy mighty acts. I will speak of the glorious honor of thy majesty, and of thy wondrous works. And men shall speak of the might of thy terrible acts, and I will declare thy greatness. They shall abundantly utter the memory of the great goodness, they shall sing of thy righteousness. Yahweh is gracious and full of compassion, slow to anger and of great mercy. Yahweh is good to all, and the tender mercies are over all his works. All thy works shall praise thee, O Yahweh, and thy saints shall bless thee. They shall speak of the glory of thy kingdom and talk of thy power to make known to the sons of men his mighty acts, and the glorious majesty of his kingdom. Kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and his dominion endureth throughout all generations. Yahweh upholdeth all that fall, and raiseth up all those that be bowed down.
The eyes of all wait upon thee. Now give us from their meat in due season. Thou openest thy hand and satisfies the desire of the living thing. Yahweh is righteous in all his ways, and holy in all his works. Yahweh is nigh to all them that call upon him, to all that call upon him in truth. He will fulfill the desire of them that fear him. He will also hear them cry, and will save them. Yahweh will preserve all them that love him, but all the wicked will be destroyed. My mouth shall speak the praise of Yahweh, and let all flesh of his holy name forever and ever. For we will bless the Yahweh from this time forth and forevermore. Hallelujah.
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 Hashem.
Ba'ashem. Yahushua.
Yahweh.
Mashiach. Amen.
This is the first three prayers of Abada, of Walk,
Yahweh,
Barak,
Barak,
Da,
Atah,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Elohayno,
Elohayno,
Alhaya,
Alhaya,
Bakanaw,
Batanaw,
Alhaya,
Alhaya,
Abaraham,
Abaraham,
Alhaya,
Alhaya,
Yitzhak, Alhaya,
Alhaya,
Yekwa,
Yekwa,
Allah,
Allah,
Shania,
Shanya,
Allah,
Allah,
Ayuan,
Ayawun,
Gamon,
Gamon,
Asariyam,
Asariyam,
Barak,
Barak,
Da,
Atah, Yahweh,
Makan,
Makan,
Abaraham,
Abaraham,
War,
Gabawar,
Yahweh,
Adayah, Gabawar,
Nawalam, Hau,
Yahweh,
Makaya,
Wakaya, Atayam,
Omaya,
Wamaya,
Tawama,
Tawama,
Laka,
Lakha,
Lak,
Malak,
Awalam,
Hawalam,
Omaya,
Wamaya,
Omakaya.
Mumakaya.
Blessed are you,
Blessed are you,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Power of our fathers,
power of our fathers,
Power of Abraham,
power of Abraham,
Power of Isaac,
power of Isaac,
Power of Yaakov,
power of Yahweh,
Almighty Power,
Almighty power,
Most High Power,
Most High power,
who bestows mercy,
who bestows mercy. Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Seed of Abraham,
Shir of
you
Abraham,
are mighty Yahweh,
you are mighty Yahweh,
forever,
forever. Yahweh,
who receives the dead,
who receives the dead,
who is comparable to you,
who's comparable unto
King
you,
of eternity,
King of eternity,
calls death,
calls death,
and gives life.
and gives life.
Blessed are you,
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
who gives life
who gives life
to the dead.
to the dead.
You are holy Yahweh,
You are holy,
and
Yahweh,
your name is holy,
and your name is
and
holy.
the holy ones,
And the holy ones, every day, praise you forever.
Blessed are you,
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
power is holy.
power is holy.
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Mashiach, Amen.
This is the Baraka found in Numbers chapter 6, verse 24 to 26. Baraka,
Yabaraka, Yahweh, Wayashamaraka,
Aman,
Aman,
Yashara,
Yashara, Yahweh, Panyawa, Alahayaka, Yoyakanika, Aman, Yasha'a, Yahweh, Panyawa, Alahayaka, Wishanika. Shalom.
Karaka, Zanakaria,
Yasharala wa Marakat.
Yasha'a,
Yasha'a,
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Panyawa,
Alahayika,
Alahayaka, Wishanika. Shalom.
Karaka, Zanakaria,
Marakat wa Yasharala.
Yasha'a,
Yasha'a,
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Panyawa,
Alahayika,
Alahayaka, Wishanika. Shalom.
Karaka, Zanakaria,
Marakat wa Yasharala.
Yahweh,
bless thee, and keep thee. Amen. Yahweh, make his face shine upon thee, and be gracious unto thee. Amen. Yahweh, lift up his countenance upon thee, and give thee peace. Amen. By Hashem, Yahushua, Mashiach. Amen.
This is the Ta'ala, Psalm chapter 121, Song of Degrees. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help comes from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not stumble. Behold, He that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and forevermore. Hallelujah.
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 Hashem,
Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Mashiach. Amen.
Psalm 92, a psalm for the Shabbat day. It is a good thing to give thanks unto Yahweh, and to say praise unto thy name, O Most High, to show forth thy loving kindness in the morning and thy faithfulness every night, upon an instrument, upon 10 strings, upon the palfrey, upon a harp with a solemn sound. For thou, Yahweh, hast made me glad to thy work. I will triumph in the works of thy hands. Yahweh, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. A brutish man knoweth not, neither doeth a fool understanding. When the wicked spring as the grass, when all the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever. But thou, Yahweh, art most high forevermore. Below thy enemies, Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies shall perish. All the anointed with shall perish. All the workers of iniquity shall be scattered. But my horn shall thou exalt like the horn of a unicorn. I shall be anointed with fresh oil. My eye also shall see my desire of my enemy. My ear shall hear my desire of wicked that rise up against me. The righteous shall flourish like a palm tree. It shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon. Those that be planted in the house of Yahweh shall flourish in the courts of Allah. They shall still bring forth fruit. No day they should be flat and flourishing to show that Yahweh is upright. He is my rock. There is no righteousness in him. Hallelujah.
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 Hashem,
Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Mashiach. Amen. All right. All right, let's see what this down goes. So not Dario.
Micah, but Micah, what is it? Swallow?
Rock.
How about you?
See over here, I'm gonna call the cars and not go over here so I can hear you. If I walk all the way, we'll get a stool right here. Whoever comes up to read can come up and sit right there. All right, y'all. Let me share this real quick and we'll get on. Man, this sister right here is sick. All right. Hey, if you choose to pick certain things in the Bible to follow, you can as an Israelite. You can't be down for it. If you choose to follow polygyny in the Bible because that's what you choose to do, and you picked it out of the Bible that is yours, and you can do it in practice, and you can practice to use that, you can. There's a lot of certain things that you can choose to follow and not to follow. It's your book. You can do that. Mm-hmm. Nobody can make you feel bad for choosing to follow something that is yours. That's what women like to do. Mm-hmm. is to choose something to say that, hey, it's a religion because you choose to only follow some things in a book. You can choose to follow any damn thing you want to. You can. That is your book. It was created for you. It was left for you as an example to follow, to do what your forefathers did and what your forefathers didn't do. Mm-hmm. You can. Yeah. But for somebody to make that seem like it's a bad thing is stupid as hell. See, I deal with stupid people on a regular basis. For one, because I'm in the office of accountability, and I gotta hold them accountable for the shit that they're saying, because it's stupid. What you're saying is stupid. And I can't wait till Gary come out. I can't wait to get Gary out the camp. Because Gary, you're online agreeing with somebody about a book that is ours and about us choosing to follow things. I can choose to follow monogamy or I can choose to follow polygyny. I have that right. Right. But because you, as a woman that's a feminist, don't like it when men follow polygyny, you'd rather be lied to. Mm-hmm. That's what that is. She'd rather be lied to. She'd rather you lie to her and just go around with other women. Mm-hmm. And then she's stuck with you now because she fell in love with you and she don't want to leave. So now she has to accept that you have other women. That is the dumbest. Man is dumb. Rather than me tell you the truth and give you the option to decide, you want to say no because now you have the option. That's why she says no, because now she has the option now. You dumb bitch. That is dumb. For me to tell you the truth and to explain to you and let you know that everything is going to be cool, you want to say no then. But if I lie to you, now you're used to me. Now you have to accept it and you can't go nowhere. That'll be a double thing. That is stupid, man. You see, man, hey, there's this video I put on my Facebook about this brother that came in and started talking about how women don't get with Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian men because of who they are and what they do. Is what they got and what they can and what they can provide. Mm-hmm. It's not based off of who they are. It's only what they can provide. Mm-hmm. That's not what you should be chosen off of, what you can provide. It's supposed to be for who you are, and as a teacher, and as a man, and as a good father. What if you can't provide? You're still a good man. Right. See, but we are only looked upon what we can provide, not who we are. Everybody else is who they are. Even if they can't provide. Because a Black woman get with a white boy that ain't got shit is who he is. I would say a lot of times it's because they already know, like, I hear what you're saying about a white boy that don't have shit is because who he is or whatever. I say a lot of times that's a selective type of statement. But when it comes to some other race, right, or some other ethnic group of people, it's more like they already know that they set. You know what I mean? They already know that the Chinese man set. You know what I mean? The Japanese set. They got all this businesses going down and monthly. What you call that thing that you give to not? Child support? No. no, monthly when you clean up and stuff and you do chores, allowance, monthly allowance. They know they got monthly allowance all their life. You know what I mean? They set in stone. Ethiopians too, man. They don't have to worry about much. So they know when they get with them, they can focus on their personality and this and that. When you get with a so-called Mexican, Native American, or Negro, then you have to take into consideration that their fathers and their mothers were split. You know what I mean? So they don't have a yearly, monthly allowance all the way up to they get on their feet. You know what I mean? We don't have the same thing. But I get what you're saying about that one white boy. Like, they got a couple white boys in my hood that just get Black chicks all the time. You know what I mean? And
he don't have much, but he hustle and he get money from here and there, whatever. I'm pretty sure they still look at what the hell he got. You know what I mean? What the hell he can get. But nobody, no sister is about to be with no white boy that's bummy as fuck. You know what I mean?
That's totally inaccurate.
I never seen it.
And totally inaccurate. I see it all the time. I see it all the time. I will see him take care of them. See, the thing is why they choose us. That's the thing. Is why they choose us.
Mm-hmm.
It's not who we are. It's not what we're good for. It's what we got and what we provide.
Mm-hmm.
But with everybody else, they will choose to be with that person because of who he is and what he got. We are only looked at one thing. It's what we can provide. It's not who you are. It's only what you can provide when it comes to us. Everybody else is who they are and what they can provide. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at both. With us, it's just what you can do. That's it. Just what you can do for them. It's nothing else but just what you can do for them. That's it.
But a lot of them, soon as they find a lot of them, soon as they find out exactly how you are, they end up not liking your ass no more. You know what I mean? After they be with you for a little bit, and you've been providing for them for a couple years after that, it's like, shit, now I know who he really is. I don't like this new guy that I'm seeing. I'm used to seeing what I used to see. You know what I mean?
But for them, it's cool, but for us, we say something like, hey, this is who I am. You like it or not?
Yeah.
It's like, what? Like, so I gotta
conform to
what you, who you are, who you act to be in front of me, and then you show me who you really are, and then I'm showing you who I really am, but you don't like me. I gotta conform to you. I gotta conform to you. That makes
you see, but you see what I'm talking about? You see?
Yeah, it gets so annoying.
Yeah, it is. It's not like we good fathers, you know what I'm saying? And we can raise our young men to be be kings and stuff, and raise our daughters to be princesses. It's not like that. They don't care about that because they want to raise their little daughters to be little Cardi B's. They want to raise their sons to be Nino Browns. That's it. Take care of your woman. They want to build that young man to how they want him to build. I was talking to this one lesbian early this morning, and I said, man, what you need to do is stop talking about how you want to be with a female and go take care of those young men at the house. She still don't want to answer. She talking about
she got kids.
She got kids talking about she want to be sleeping with women. You're dumb. Where's the daddy at? That's what I was like. Where's the father at? I want to know where the father is because you a poor excuse for a woman.
Ooh.
Still ain't answering me. I'm just throwing shots. Just throwing them. Where the father at, man? He need his sons back. You got his son thinking you can be a better mother wanting to fuck a mother.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That don't make no sense.
That makes no sense, man. She has a mental illness. Last week, her friends, everybody jumped in or act down my throat and everything. Why are you not saying nothing, though? I'm telling the truth.
You need to tell her something, not me something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help her fix herself.
All right, we're gonna get back to this real quick. We're gonna start at Deuteronomy 32, verse 1 to 52. Whenever you're ready, Bob. Nice and clear.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 1. Give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. My doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall distill as the dew, and the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass. Because I will publish the name of the Lord. Ascribe ye greatness unto our God. He is the rock, his work is and his work is perfect. For all his ways are judgment, a God of truth, and without iniquity, just and right is he. They have corrupted themselves. Their spot is not the spot of his children. They are as perverse as crooked generation. Do ye thus requite the Lord, O foolish people?
When he said requite, do you thus repay the Most High? Do you recompense him of all the stuff that we did? And he's going to show you all the stuff that we did. Go ahead.
Do ye thus requite the Lord, O foolish people, and unwise? Is not he the Father that hath bought thee? Hath he not made thee? and establish thee? Remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will shew thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people.
For the Lord's portion is his people. Let me see something. Okay, we're not there yet. But he said that also when he divided to the nations in Genesis 10 and 5. He said the same thing when he divided to the nations their inheritance. And right now, Moses he is reiterating what has been said. He's putting it like as a song. He's saying it's a song. It's a song, basically to remember it. How we would tell our kids, our mom and them would tell us, say you can remember that song, but you can't remember that homework, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So let it be a
Sure,
song.
right.
Let it be a song. Because hey, I be telling him that they'll remember every word. Every word. So this is a song right here. Remember it. Read.
Verse 9. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
Mm-hmm.
He found him in a desert land and in a waste, howling wilderness. He led him about and instructed him, and he kept him as an apple of his eye. As an eagle stirred up her nest, flutters over her young, spreadeth them abroad her wings, taketh them, beareth them on her wings. So the Lord alone did lead him, and there was no strange God with him. He made him ride on the high places of the earth, that he might eat the increase of the fields. And he made him to suck honey out of the rock, and oil out of the flinty rock, butter of kine, and milk of sheep, with fat of lambs, and rams of the field of Bashan, and goats with the fat of kidneys of wheat. And thou didst drink the pure blood of the grape. But Jershon waxed fat, and kicked. Thou art waxen fat, thou art grown thick, and art covered with fatness. Then he forsook God which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation.
Mm-hmm.
They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. With abominations provoked they him to anger. They sacrificed unto devils, not to God, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. Of the rock that begat thee, thou art unmindful, and hast forgotten God that formed thee.
He said of the rock that beget thee, thou art unmindful, and hast forgotten God that formed thee. And that's what our people do now. They're unmindful of the God that formed them. Our people, even is hey, when I say our people, I mean Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So our people, what they would do is they have the God complex themselves. I create kids.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the God on this earth. Those are the Pan-Africanists right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
They, brother, you the God. Okay, cool. What's the first God then?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. Then why you calling me the God? I can't make nothing happen, brother. I can make a life come into this earth, yes. But somebody put that spirit once it went right there. It ain't like I got a bunch of spirits in me that I can just push out. They say a lot of stupid ish, man, that don't make any sense because they're unmindful of the God that created them. They're unmindful. They don't care, man. They're into idolatry. Matter of fact, their parents done took them. Hey, I'm glad that I came out of Jehovah's Wickedness. You know what I'm saying? I never really paid attention to. I fell asleep. I was always falling asleep. This guy was just following me. So I'm glad that I was able to bring him out because I was taking him into Christianity. And then after that, I almost took him into Egyptology.
Yeah.
I was throwing the Bible all over this house, just throwing it all over the house, because of the God that created us. I was unmindful. I didn't understand. By the time you ought to be a teacher, you need that one teacher again, which would be the first principles and the oracles of God. All right, keep going. So, verse 18 of the rock that beget thee, thou art unmindful and hast forgotten God that formed thee. All right, go ahead.
Verse 19. And when the Lord saw it, he abhorred them because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be. For they are a very forward generation, children in whom is no faith. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not of God. They have provoked me to anger with their vanity. And I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. And I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation.
So let's find out. This is Isaiah chapter 7 and verse 8. This is who he was talking about. For the head of Syria is Damascus, and the head of Damascus is Rezin. And within 65 years shall Ephraim be broken, that it be not a people. When you go into the New Testament, before the New Testament, Ephraim was broken and was not a people. And when you say Ephraim, Ephraim is the head of the northern kingdom, meaning all northern kingdom. It's right here was the northern kingdom going into idolatry and everything else. It wasn't the southern kingdom. It was the northern kingdom that was going to idolatry. So what he was talking about is that he was going to provoke us to jealousy with the people that is not even a nation. That's when he had to bring them back into the fold. Because there's sheep that is not of this fold that he must bring back into the fold. When you start reading the New Testament. So all I did was go to Isaiah to show you who he's talking about right here. All right, go ahead.
Verse 22. For a fire is kindled in mine anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell. It shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundation of the mountains. I will heap mischiefs upon them. I will spin mine arrows upon them. Come. They shall be burnt with hunger, and devoured with burning heat, and with bitter destruction. I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them, with the poison of serpents of the dust. The sword without their terror within shall destroy both the young man and the virgin, the suckling also with the man of gray hairs. I said, I would scatter them into corners. I will make the remembrance of them to cease from among men.
You can also go to Matthew 28 for this and break down when he said go into all nations. And this is a curse of why they went into all nations. And you can just read all that up to this and to show why they was cursed and pushed into other nations. Go ahead.
27. Were it not that I feared the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversaries should behave themselves strangely, and lest they should say, Our hand is high, and the Lord hath not done all this. For they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. Oh, that they were wise, that they understood this, that they would consider their latter ends. How should one chase 1,000, and two put 10,000 to flight, except their rock had sold them, and the Lord had shut them up?
And he was talking about us that been put to flight. Two chase 10,000. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
For their rock is not as our rock, even our enemies themselves being judges. For their vine is of the vine of Sodom, and of the fields of Gomorrah. Their grapes are grapes of gall, their clusters are bitter. Their wine is the poison of dragons, and the cruel venom of apes. Aspies. Is someone to go to Aspies? Yeah.
It says it's
No, Google.
Blue Letter Bible is good to look at too. Blue Letter.
village performer.
What it say it is in Google? Because it says in 33, their wine is the poison of dragons, and the cruel venom of asp, cruel venom. And then the blue letter of H, Strong's H, 6620, Pathan, a snake, a venomous serpent. Perhaps the cobra, adder, or viper.
Yeah, so slightly bigger than the adder.
That's what it
So go ahead and start at 33.
33. Their wine is the poison of the dragons, and the cruel venom of aspies. Is not this laid up in store with me, and sealed up among my treasures? To me belongeth vengeance and recompense. The foot shall slide in due time, for the day of their calamity is at hand, and the things that shall come up upon them make haste. For the Lord shall judge his people, and repent himself for his servants, when he seeth that their power is gone, and there is none shut up or left.
Hold up. For the Lord shall judge his people, and repent himself for his servants, when he seeth that their power is gone, and there is none shut up or left. That is that is these last days right here, man. It's just, hey, it gonna be like I was talking about the Pan-Africanists. To themselves, they're the gods. They did everything.
Right.
Nobody helped them. Nobody helped them do anything. Nobody helped the land to flourish. It's like you were just here,
and you did that.
And you did that.
Bull crap.
There's going to be none left of them. There's going to be none left of them.
That's right.
They're about to get taken out. Then you got a lot of the what you call those fools that think they're the Moabites, Moors.
Moors, yeah.
The Moors think it's just them. They think it's Allah, a power. They think it's God. That's good. They don't know his name, but they put too much in science. They put too science just means to know. To know means understanding. Understanding means wisdom, knowledge, and discernment. They don't understand science. They understand science a lot, but they don't give praises to Yahweh. They don't give praises to the Creator. They're about to get pushed out of the way. Let's see if their power saved them. They're about to get pushed out. Then you got Jehovah's Witnesses that believe everybody that loves God and accept Him is saved. They're about to get pushed out of the way. Let's see if your rock is going to save you. All these religions about to get pushed out of the way. Let's see if your God is going to save you. Who's going to be left? The 1/3 and the great multitude. Those are the ones right there that's going to be saved. So when you go to somebody and you say, and you read this to them, and you say, for the Lord shall judge his people and repent himself for his servants when he seeth that their power is gone, and there is none shut up or left. So who are those people? If they can't answer that, bro, it's just like you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You just need to get with us or follow these laws, statutes, commandments, and just sit back and shut up before you be one of those people that shut up. That's it.
It's a good analogy.
So go ahead, finish.
37. And he shall say, where are their gods? The rock is whom they trusted, which did eat the fat of their sacrifices and drink the wine of their drink offerings. Let them rise up and help you and be your protection.
So Salakia real quick. He said, and they shall say, where in their gods, Salakia, and he shall say, where are their gods? Their rock in whom they trusted, which did eat the fat and their sacrifices. So what are a lot of holidays that Christians celebrate?
Christmas, Halloween,
Those gods that allowed them to celebrate those days are the one that ate their fat. Is the one that ate their sacrifices. That's who he's talking about. When he said, which did eat the fat of their sacrifices, which was Caesar Borgia. A lot of people with Buddha, a lot of people with Allah, a lot of people those are the gods that ate the sacrifices, not him.
Yeah.
So those Thanksgiving dinners and Christmas Eve and all these other folly days that they celebrated, they did it to gods that our fathers didn't know about and that newly came up.
That's right.
Those are the ones that was eating their sacrifices, not the Most High.
So the Most High gonna his indignation gonna go towards them.
Exactly. That's it. Hey, when he said that, for many are called, but few are chosen, a lot of people are called. People in the church houses are called. Got Jehovah's Witness, they're called to serve the Most High, but they start serving other gods and not actually the Most High. For many are called, but few are chosen.
That's right.
144,000 in the great multitude.
So they hear how tough it is to do this, and then that's why they not chosen, because they call, but once they hear about all the laws and what they doing wrong, they get burnt out. You know what I mean? They don't want to constantly.
I wouldn't say burnt out.
They don't want to constantly look into themselves about the things that the Most High told them not to do and fix it. You know what I mean? It's hard to fix something.
They are scared of the Roman Empire.
Yeah. Talk about kids.
Yeah, that too.
For them will be tradition. Something tradition.
Those are traditions of men. You can go to Mark. You'll start. You trust me. When you start reading a lot more, and you'll start running into the book of Mark and everything else, and then you'll see that they did a lot of traditions of men. They do a lot of traditions of men. And that's what they're doing, is tradition of men. Well, okay, show me that tradition in God's book. They can't show it, then why are you doing it? Show me in here where you're supposed to be celebrating. Doing this to the family, so our family tell us what we can do, and they'll be the reason that we die. The blind leading the blind. That's what that is. The blind leading the blind. Go ahead, Zanakoria.
Verse 39. See now that I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. For I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. If I whet my glittering sword, and mine hand may take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies, and will reward them that hate me. I will make my arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh, and that with the blood of the slain and of the captives, in the beginning of revenge upon the enemy. Rejoice, O ye nations, with the people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants, and will render vengeance to his adversaries. And I will be merciful unto his land, and to his people. And Moses came and spake all the words of this song in the ears of the people, and he and Hosea the son of Nun. And Moses made an end of speaking all these words to all Israel. And he said unto them, Say your hearts unto all the words which I testify among you this day, which ye shall command your children to observe and do all the words of this law. For it is not a vain thing for you, because it is your life, and through this thing ye shall prolong your days in the land whether ye go over Jordan to possess it. And the Lord spake unto Moses that selfsame day, saying, Get thee up into the mountain, Abram, unto Mount Zebo, which is against Jericho, and behold the land of the children of Israel for possession, and die in the mount whither thou goest up, and be gathered unto thy people as Aaron thy brother died at Mount Hor, and was gathered unto his people, because he trespassed against me among the children.
Hey, stop right there, and go start back at 48.
48. And the Lord spake unto Moses that selfsame day, saying, Get thee up unto this mountain, Abram, unto Mount Nebo, which is in the land of Moab, that is over against Jericho, and behold the land of Canaan, which I give unto the children of Israel for a possession, and die in the mount whither thou goest up, and be gathered into thy people, as Aaron thy brother died in Mount Hor, and was gathered into his people, because he trespassed against me among the children of Israel at the waters of Meribah, Kadesh, in the wilderness of Zin, because ye sanctified me not in the midst of the children of Israel. Yet thou shalt see the land before thee, but thou shalt go thither. Thou shalt not go thither into the land which I give children of Israel.
So Moses died because he didn't do what the Most High told him to do. When he hit the rock,
the second time.
yeah, he was supposed to speak to the rock.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't supposed to hit the rock.
Even though his nerve was bad.
Yeah,
Moses' nerve was bad. He was like, man, I heard you say speak to it, but these motherfuckers get on my nerves.
Yeah, he wanted. No, he didn't want to look stupid. That's what he did because he was aggravated and he didn't want to look stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't want to speak to the rock and say, "Hey, come water, come out," like that.
Yeah.
Hey, so let's salute out. That was the last one. What we doing here? Go chapter bar. Gubble bar, get a seat. Sit right there. Zanak, bring your ass back up here. Come back right here. Gubble bar, get a seat.
What the other one? Oh, y'all broke that one up.
It's not good. It's in his way.
It's in there. So we're going to go to the book of Hosea, chapter 14, verse 2. This is a good book, Hosea, to learn about the northern kingdom and what happened to the northern kingdom as well. Old Testament prophets.
No, verse 2.
Mm-hmm. Hosea chapter 14,
verse 2
to 9.
14 to 9.
All right, cool. Come. Start at verse 1.
Okay. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 14 and verse 2.
Start at verse 1.
Salakia, verse 1. O Israel, return unto the Lord thy God, for thou hast fallen by thine iniquity. Take with you words, and turn to the Lord. Say unto him, take away all iniquity, and receive us graciously. So will we render the calves of our lips.
So let's find out. For thou hast fallen by thine iniquity. Let's find out what iniquity they've fallen by. I'm going to go to Deuteronomy 31, 18 and 21. Y'all don't have to go there if you don't want to. I'll read it. This is Deuteronomy chapter 31, starting at verse 18 to 21. And I will surely hide my face in that day for all the evils which they shall have wrought, and that they are turned unto other gods. Now therefore write ye this song for you, and teach it the children of Israel. Put it in their mouths, that this song may be a witness for me against the children of Israel. But when I shall have brought them into the land which I swear unto their fathers, that floweth with milk and honey, and they shall have eaten and filled themselves and waxen fat, then will they turn unto other gods and serve them and provoke me and break my covenant. And it shall come to pass, when many evils and troubles are befallen them, that this song shall testify against them as a witness, for it shall not be forgotten out of the mouth of their seed. For I know their imagination which they go about even now, before I have brought them into the land which I swear. So that was the iniquity in chapter 14, verse 1. Right there is other gods. That's it. He said by time before when they get, he said the time they get into the land, they will wax fat and rich and everything, and then forget about the Most High. And that's what our people do now. They get money, they get houses, and they build them houses, and they forget about the Most High. That's what they do all the time. We always do it.
That's right, and that's how they stay. That's how they stay like glorified in the world, like MJ, say Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? That's exactly what he did. I'm pretty sure he used to go to church and stayed in the Word. And
Lord help me out. If you do this for me, Lord,
I promise.
This NBA championship, if you give it to me, Lord, I remember.
And now he a Freemason or something. All right,
you start at verse 2.
Verse 2? Okay. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 14, verse 2. Take with you words and turn unto the Lord. Say unto him, take away all iniquity and receive us graciously. So we will render the calves of our lips. Assure shall not save us. We will not ride upon horses, neither will we say any more to the work of our hands, ye are our God. For thee, the fatherless find mercy, and I will heal their backsliding. Salakia, I will heal their backsliding. I will love them freely, for mine anger is turned away from him. I will be as the dew unto Israel. He shall not grow as the lily, and cast forward his roots as Lebanon. His branches shall be spread, and his beauty shall be as the olive tree, and his smell as Lebanon. They that dwell under his shadow shall return. They shall receive as the corn, and grow as the vine. The scent thereof shall be as the wine of Lebanon. Ephraim shall say, what have I to do anymore with?
This is what's going to happen afterwards. This is what Ephraim going to say. The whole northern kingdom. This is what they're going to say. After a while, when you guys come back. You guys are the children right now of Ephraim. This is you is talking about prophecy right now. This is you, the children that is going to remember to teach it to your children. Is you. You're the one that's going to be saved. The heck? You're going to serve this damn idol for what? What is it going to do for me? It's like you're doing it now to your parents. It's like, this don't make no sense. It's not what the book says. That's evil. That's what they're doing now. They're like, man, what? I ain't finna do that. What do I look like doing that for? That's stupid. And that's what you're doing now. Because you're remembering the song now. It's in your mind now. It's like, nah, man, you're letting no one turn you from it. Not your woman, not nobody. You done left your woman for the truth. And that's a big thing for Issachar. Issachar love their women. I think more than we love our women. They still carry a lot of their traditions. We don't. We've been among the heathen for a long time. They've been out in their own land out there, and they still do a lot of their stuff that they do. They still follow the heathen, but they're more traditional. All right, go ahead.
Ephraim shall say, what have I to do with any more with these idols? With idols, Salakia. I have heard him and observed him. I am like a green fire tree. From me is thy fruit found. Who is wise? And he shall understand these things. Prudent, and he shall know them. For the ways of the Lord are right, and the just shall walk in them, but the transgressors shall fall therein.
That's right. And that's what's going to happen. The transgressor is going to fall therein, man. And this is talking about the northern kingdom coming back. Hosea is talking about the northern kingdom coming back. It's not talking about Judah and Widow. Sometimes when it says Israel, you'll know that it's talking about all of us. And then this Israel is talking about Ephraim.
Like in Deuteronomy, we just read.
Yeah.
It was talking about all of them.
Nah, that was talking about Israel. That's what that was them doing that.
Too?
By the time they got into their land and they got rich and fat and flourishing, they was going to forget about the Most High, going to idolatry. Idolatry has never been our thing. Idolatry has never been. Ours was a bunch of other stupid stuff.
Yeah, that's why we was the Pharisees and the Sadducees.
We got 40 years. You know what I'm saying? But us as a people, when they got 300 some years, it's all together. It's all together. It's not separate. Because when they fuck up, we fuck up. We're a nation. He punishes us the same. You know, he's not gonna. All right, I'm gonna leave the Southern Kingdom out of it. All right, and we're just gonna punish y'all.
All y'all
together,
just like how it's gonna be for Esau.
Because when Jeremiah and them went into captivity, they all went. When Daniel and went into captivity, everybody went into captivity. It's the same thing. He's not gonna judge us and not judge you. Y'all over there eating grapes and stuff, and we over there messing up. You know what I'm saying? He's getting us too. We take this ass whooping as a whole. Nobody's getting out of it. In this house, we took an ass whooping as a whole. Nobody's getting out of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Most High does. If you don't stop, I swear, man. What's wrong with you, man? Hey, man, we finna go to the book of Micah real quick, okay? Switch places. Nakar Rakah. Step up, sir. We're going to the book of Micah. Micah chapter 7, verse 18.
Micah, is that in the Old Testament or no?
It's in the prophets. It's right after Jonah. No, that's Malachi. It's Micah. It's right after Jonah. Obadiah, Jonah, and Micah. Chapter 7. Micah chapter 7 and verse 18. Okay. 20.
Okay. This is the book of Micah, chapter 18. Chapter 7, verse 18.
Okay, go ahead.
Who is a God like unto thee that pardoneth iniquity and passeth by the transgression of the remnant of his heritage?
So who is his heritage? Israel. It's a lot of his inheritance. We are the Most High's inheritance. All right, go ahead.
He retaineth not his anger forever, because he delighted in mercy. He will turn again. He will have compassion upon us. He will subdue our iniquities, and thou wilt cast all their sins into the depths of the sea.
So it's basically saying that the Most High will repent, though. He will delight in us. Just not right now. We need to really get it right. You know what I'm saying? It's not like We got to be ultimately perfect to him, but we got to be in the mix of getting it right, getting it done. It's like your father would be like, man, I'm not repenting giving you nothing until you start getting it right, man. You're going to be begging your daddy, be like, come on, boy, get out my face. And you still, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need some kids out there teasing you, getting your ass kicked and everything else. It's all in due time that you'll get what you want. Because you got to go through the punishment. You got to go through the ass for. You got to go through like, man, I ain't doing this no more. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, read.
Verse 20. Thou wilt perform the truth to Jacob and thy mercy to Abraham, but thou hast sworn unto our fathers from the days of old.
That's what he said. Now go over to John 6:26, and we're going to end off right there. John 6:26. You want to go John? You want to start at John chapter 6, verse 26, and read to 35.
Okay. This is the book of John, chapter 6, verse 26. Jesus answered them and said, Verily, verily, I say unto you, you seek me not because you saw the miracles, but because ye did eat of the loaves and were filled. Labor not for the meat which perisheth, but for that meat which endureth unto everlasting life, which the Son of Man shall give unto you. For him had God the Father sealed. Then said they unto him, What shall we do that we might work the works of God? Jesus answered and said unto them, This is the work of God, that ye believe on him who he hath sent.
So check this out. Jesus answered them and said, Verily, verily, I say unto you, ye seek me, not because you saw the miracles, but because ye did eat of the loaves and were filled. The bread has always been the understanding and the wisdom. That's what we ate off of. It wasn't the miracles we saw. We like the things we see now go on, the government just break totally down and just fall apart. Those miracles that he already said these governments are going to break down. But it's the wisdom that we loved. We love the wisdom. It's like before we were stupid as hell, now we're smart as hell. It's the wisdom that we went after. It's the understanding that we went after. All right, keep on. Now watch this. You start at 29.
Jesus answered and said unto them, This is the work of God, that you believe on him who he hath sent. They said therefore unto him, What sign showest thou then, that we may see and believe thee? What dost thou work? Our father did eat manna in the desert, as it is written, He gave them bread from heaven to eat. Then Jesus said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, Moses gave you not that bread from heaven, but my Father giveth you the true bread from heaven. For the bread of God is he which cometh down from heaven and giveth life unto the world. Then said they unto him, Lord, evermore give us this bread. And Jesus said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst.
So he was the bread. He was the understanding that we read everything. And matter of fact, he says everything in the prophets and the law. He says it all the time if you pay attention. And now he's the bread. That's who we believe on. And we also keep the faith and do the works. So we keep the faith of the Most High of what he said he was going to do. And he sent his son to just be the testator. And say, all right, cool. My son's going to come down here and tell you the same thing I told you a long time ago. I told your fathers this. Now I'm going to send my son to do it. And that's what you're always supposed to do. You're always supposed to send your son to do the same thing you did. He should be a mirror of you. So never count yourself blessed until you see your work done.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you can say you're blessed, because your son is carrying your name well. He's doing everything that you taught him to do. He's doing everything. He hasn't changed it up. He's doing what his father said to do and what his father wants him to do. He's not doing what nobody else says to do. He's doing what his father says to do. And he's keeping his father's friends happy, still keeping the barbecues and everything else. That's when you know your son is doing his job. His son, Yahweh Shai, came back, still kept the feast days and everything that the father ordained and everything. He didn't do nothing that nobody else said. So we gotta follow Yahweh Shai. He's the bread. He's the bread we eat off and get full off of all day long. All right. And with that, we'll finish off with these prayers, and that's the end of Torah portion. Yeah. You did a Salah. Psalm for the right here. This is the Ayanawa. All right. It is our duty to praise the Master of all, to ascribe greatness to the author of creation, who has not made us like the nations of the lands, nor placed us like the families of the earth, who has not made our portion like theirs, nor our destiny like all their multitudes. For they worship vanity and emptiness and pray to a God who cannot save. But we bow. But we bow and worship the supreme King of Kings, the Holy One. Blessed be he who extends the heavens and establishes the earth, whose throne of glory is in the heavens above, whose powers and presence in heavens, whose powers and presence is in the highest of heights. He is our God, there is no other. Truly he is our King, there is none else. As it is written in the Torah, ye shall know and take to heart this day that Yahweh is our Alahaya, in the heavens above, on the earth below, there is no other. Hallelujah.
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 Ba'ashem. Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Hamashiach.
Mashiach.
Amen.
Amen.
Shema Yashurala Yahweh Alahayanawa Yahweh Echad Shema Yashurala Yahweh Alahayanawa Yahweh Echad Shema Yashurala Yahweh Alayanawa Yahweh Echad Shema Yashurala Yahweh Alayanawa Yahweh Echad.
Your Israel, the Lord, the Lord. All right. This is the Ten Commandments: love and love thy neighbor, love Yahweh. Anya, Yahweh, Alahai, Asherah, Hawatazah,
Atika,
Baratazah,
Baratazah,
Baratazayim,
Baratazayim, Batiyim,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Yahaya,
Yahaya,
Ka,
Ka,
Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Karim,
Nakarim,
Apanya,
Apanya,
La'ah,
Na,
Daisha,
Daisha,
Laka,
Naka,
Paso,
Paso,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Da'abidam,
Da'abadam,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Dalakorka,
Durakorka,
Atsham,
Atsham,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Lashawa,
Lashawa,
Zakar, Hayawam, Hashabah, Lakadash, Kabad, Abaka, Wa, Amaka,
Na'a,
Ratazak,
Ratazak,
La'ah,
Na'a,
Tana'ah,
Tana'a,
La'ah,
La'a,
Daganah,
Tagaman,
La'ah,
La'a,
Tana'ah,
Tana'a,
Shakur,
Shakur,
La'ah,
La'a,
Takaman,
Takaman,
Call,
Call,
Asherah,
Asherah,
Labaraika.
Laraika.
All right, first greatest commandment to your Israel, Yahweh God, Yahweh is one, and I shall love Yahweh thy God with all our heart, with all our soul, with all our might. Second greatest commandment, Ra'aika la'ata koma la'ata char'af banya anka wa'abad Allah ra'aika kama waka'an Yahweh, thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people. I shall love thy neighbor as thyself, like Yahweh. All right, chapter 1, Hashal Memorial of the Woman. Now when Yahweh was in Bethany, house of Simon the leper, there came unto him and a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, put it on his head as he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, to a purpose is this waste. But his ointment might have been sold for 300 pence when his wages was given to the poor. Yahweh understood, he said unto them, why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, but me hath not always. For in that she hath poured his ointment on my body. She did it for my burial. Further I say to you, whosoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also that woman that be done be told from memorial of her. Hallelujah.
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 Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem, Yahusha,
Mashiach,
Mashiach, Amen. Hey, thank y'all for joining and listening to the class. And with that, Shalom.